Foodie, culture enthusiast, shopping fanatic. You'll find plenty to keep you entertained in the exciting and vibrant city of Tokyo that offers something for everyone. But before you book your flight and pack your bags, there are a few things you should know to make the most of your trip. In this video, we'll be sharing 7 things to know before traveling to Tokyo. Also, you want to stick around until the end of the video, as there's also an enticing bonus waiting for you there. The one most respectful Japanese culture to always practice in Tokyo. I'll be spilling that later on, so stay put to avoid missing out on that handy tip. Welcome to our channel, where we share with you all of the amazing places on this planet. If you're new here, we trust you're going to love this video. And if you're a subscriber, thank you for coming back. Moving right into the video, the first tip to keep in mind is that Tokyo is massive. Tokyo is the capital of Japan and is one of the most populous cities in the world. With close to 15 million people, it's no surprise that the city is huge. From the bustling streets of Shinjuku to the trending neighborhood of Shibuya, there's always something to explore. But it's not just the population that makes Tokyo massive, it's also the size of the city itself. Tokyo is made up of 23 wards, each with its unique character and charm. And if you think that's a lot, wait until you hear about the surrounding prefectures. Tokyo is part of the greater Tokyo area, which includes neighboring cities such as Yokohama and Chiba. That's a lot of ground to cover. With such a population, it can be overwhelming to navigate. Make sure you have a good map and a plan before you set out to explore. Talking about easy navigation, don't let the size of the city intimidate you. Tokyo has one of the most efficient and user-friendly public transportation systems in the world. And that brings us to the number 2 tip. Transport is efficient and easy to use. Tokyo has one of the most extensive and efficient public transportation systems in the world. The subway and train lines are extensive and easy to use, and the trains run on time. Make sure you have a Suica or Passmo card to make traveling around the city a breeze. First, let's talk about the trains. Tokyo's train system is one of the most efficient and reliable in the world. With over a dozen different lines, you can easily navigate the city and reach any destination in no time. Plus, the trains run regularly and on schedule, so you'll never have to worry about missing your ride. But trains aren't the only option. Tokyo also has an extensive bus system and even a monorail. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can even try the iconic Tokyo subway. Not only is it efficient, but it's also a great way to experience the city's unique culture. One of the best things about transport in Tokyo is the ease of purchasing tickets. You can buy them at vending machines located at every station, and they're available in multiple languages. So whether you're commuting to work, sightseeing, or exploring the city's nightlife, transport in Tokyo is easy to use. Don't stress about getting around. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Tip 3. The food is amazing. Tokyo is a food lover's paradise. From ramen to tempura to udon and everything in between, the city is home to some of the most delicious and diverse food in the world. If you're a sushi lover, you're in for a real treat. Tokyo is home to some of the best sushi restaurants in the world, with expert chefs crafting mouth-watering sushi right before your eyes. But don't think sushi is the only thing on the menu. Tokyo also boasts an incredible array of ramen shops, serving up piping hot bowls of noodles in savory broths. Tempura, a popular Japanese dish of deep-fried seafood and vegetables, is also a must-try. The light and crispy tempura is served with a side of soba or udon noodles, making for the perfect balance of flavors. And let's not forget about the street food. Tokyo's streets are lined with food vendors selling everything from takoyaki to yakisoba, and even grilled meats on skewers. It's the perfect way to sample a variety of dishes without breaking the bank. But perhaps the best thing about the food in Tokyo is that there's something for everyone. Whether you're a vegetarian, vegan, or have dietary restrictions, you'll find plenty of options to satisfy your taste buds. So pack your stretchy pants and get ready for an epic culinary adventure in Tokyo. Number 4. Learn a few basic phrases in Japanese. Although many people in Tokyo speak English, it's always helpful to know a few basic phrases in Japanese. Saying hello, please, and thank you can go a long way in making your trip more enjoyable. First off, konnichiwa is the traditional Japanese greeting meaning hello, and is a great phrase to know when you are meeting new people or starting a conversation. Next, we have arigato, which means thank you. Whether you're thanking a waiter for your meal or a shopkeeper for their service, this phrase will come in handy. How about sumimasen, which means excuse me, the perfect phrase for when you need to get someone's attention or apologize for something. Another important phrase to know is do itashimashite, which means you're welcome. This is a polite way to respond to someone who says thank you to you. And finally, wakarimasen, which means I don't understand. an important phrase for when you're communicating with someone and not sure what they're saying. So there you have it, 5 basic phrases in Japanese that will come in handy during your trip to Tokyo. Remember, even a few words can go a long way in making a good impression on the locals. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, please hit that subscribe button for more content like this. It would really help our small channel grow so we can make even more videos for you. Going right along with tip 5, bring comfortable shoes. When it comes to traveling, we all know the importance of packing essentials like a passport, money, and a camera. But there's one thing that often gets overlooked, and that's comfortable shoes. Tokyo is a walking city, and you'll be doing a lot of it, so make sure you bring comfortable shoes to avoid blisters and sore feet. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I want to look stylish and trendy while I'm in Tokyo. And that's totally understandable, but let me tell you, Tokyo is a city that requires a lot of walking. There's always something new to see and explore, so if you're not prepared with comfortable shoes, your feet are going to be screaming at you by the end of the day. But don't worry, you don't have to sacrifice style for comfort. There are plenty of options out there for shoes that are both comfortable and on trend. Think sneakers, loafers, or even a pair of cute flats. Just make sure they're broken in and ready for a long day of exploring. Tip 6. Be prepared for the crowds. Tokyo is a popular tourist destination and it can get crowded. Be prepared for crowds and long lines at popular attractions. With so many people living and visiting, it's no surprise that the crowds can be overwhelming at times. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the crowds have been regulated a bit, and you may experience less congestion than usual. But it's always best to be prepared. One of the best ways to avoid the crowds is to plan your itinerary around peak hours. For example, if you're planning to visit a popular tourist destination, try to go early in the morning or later in the evening when it's less busy. You can also research the best times to visit different places, such as shopping districts and restaurants, to avoid the busiest times. Another tip is to be prepared for crowded public transportation. Tokyo's subway and train system is one of the busiest in the world, and it can be quite a challenge to navigate during rush hour. Make sure to check the schedules and plan your route accordingly, and be prepared for some close quarters on the trains. Finally, don't let the crowds discourage you from exploring the city. Tokyo is a fascinating place with so much to see and do, and a little bit of planning and preparation can go a long way in making your trip a success. Tip 7. Cash is king. Many small businesses and restaurants in Tokyo only accept cash, so make sure you have enough yen on hand. While Japan is known for its cutting-edge technology and advanced transportation systems, the country still relies heavily on cash for everyday transactions. So before you jet off to the land of sushi and anime, make sure you have plenty of yen on hand. But here's the catch. Many businesses in Tokyo are now encouraging the use of digital and contactless payments. So while cash is still widely accepted, you'll also want to make sure your mobile wallet is loaded up and ready to go. Now, before we round off the video, it's time to appreciate you for staying up until now. And what better way to do that than deliver the promised bonus? When it comes to respectful Japanese cultural practices, one important custom to always keep in mind when visiting Tokyo is to avoid pointing at people or things using your finger. Pointing at someone using your finger is considered impolite and can be viewed as an aggressive or confrontational gesture in Japanese culture. Instead, it is more common to use a subtle hand gesture, such as nodding your head or tilting your chin, to indicate the direction of something or someone. By keeping this custom in mind, you can show respect for Japanese culture and avoid any potential misunderstandings or offenses. So next time you're in Tokyo, remember to be mindful of your hand gestures and make sure to always point politely. So there you have it, folks, the top things to know before traveling to Tokyo. From the delicious food to the bustling streets, Tokyo is a city that truly has it all. So pack your bags and get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. Remember to give this video a thumbs up right away if you enjoyed it, and tell us what parts of Tokyo fascinate you the most in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Sayonara!